So, Kanishk, tell us about yourself in short.
Uh, Sir, I'm born in Faridabad, Haryana. I've been brought up in Faridabad, Ambala, as well as in Jodhpur from Rajasthan. I've done my undergraduation in BTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Delhi. My strengths include observation of day-to-day skills, honesty, and patience.
Hmm. Okay. Can you tell us about something about your hobbies?
Sir, container gardening is my hobby. I also have a interest in exploring advanced thermal solar system, and I also mentor here and there.
Okay. Uh, Kanishk, you are from Faridabad. So
Yes,
when we compare Faridabad, because it was one of the well-established industrial town in 60s and 70s. But now we find that Faridabad is not able to live it to the expectation. Other cities like Gurgaon and other places have gone much ahead of Faridabad. In your view, what could be the reasons?
sir. The two most important reasons for this trend, in my opinion, are one, the proximity of Delhi airport to the Gurgaon, which is around 20 minutes from Gurgaon, whereas it takes an hour drive from Faridabad. And secondly, the closeness of Gurgaon with the Delhi has led to a spur of urban growth driven by real estate developments by the private sector in Gurugram.
Hmm. But when you say that close proximity to Delhi, Faridabad also equally close proximity has a close proximity.
Uh, Sir, Faridabad, one is proximity towards the airport, and second is proximity towards the well-doing areas of Delhi. Gurgaon is in closeness with South Delhi, which is more developed compared to Southeast Delhi, which is a neighborhood of Faridabad.
Hmm. So you don't think that the government policies are responsible for this lopsided thing?
Sir,
Okay. Mm.
it is a natural
Okay,
development
leave it.
wherever.
Let's drop it. Let's move to something else. Um, you are a mechanical engineer, and the do you think that mechanical engineering has a bright future, or will it be overtaken by the computers?
Sir, mechanical engineering is an evergreen branch compared to computer science, which is established in the only of last few decades. So right now we are seeing a huge increase in the electric vehicles, which is the prime sector of mechanical engineering. Moreover, the developments in energy sector like renewable energy, solar energy, and wind energy, which involves huge mechanics as well as heat transfer, which are core domain of mechanical engineering.
You mentioned about the renewable energy. Do you know what is the how much we are producing? Is there numbers? Can you give me some number on the renewable energy?
Yes, sir. Sir, as of now, India has an established installed capacity of around 200 gigawatts, which is around 45% of India's electricity mix. However, the electricity generation happens only in 22%, which is half of 200 gigawatts. That is around 100 gigawatts.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure of these numbers?
Yes, sir, definitely.
You're definite about it. Okay, excellent. But people say that the electrical vehicles are not really reducing the pollution for which it was meant. Is it correct statement, or you differ with that?
Sir, the statement is partially true. What happens in case
Mm-hmm.
of electric vehicles? It reduces tailpipe emissions absolutely to absolute zero. There are no emissions from the tailpipe of an electric vehicle. However,
Right.
it uses electricity, which at source is being generated by thermal plants powered by coal, which
Mm-hmm.
emits pollution. However, in the future, this electricity will be generated by means of renewable sources, and hence, if we see a complete cycle, it is a greener option.
But don't you think when you yourself says only the 50% of the installed capacity is being used, do you think in near future we will be able to completely phase out coal?
Yes, sir. In the newer, India has a plan for net zero by 2070. Complete phase out of coal is a. I do not think so. However, the reliance upon coal will be drastically reduced. As we have seen in the
Okay.
last year, the majority
Hmm.
of increase in electricity has come from renewable sector.
Okay. You you also do the mentoring. How you mentor? You do the students or children? What kind of mentoring you do?
Sir, my mentoring starting with teaching students who are underperforming at IIT Delhi. However, it
Hmm.
later it converted to mentoring the aspirants of I who seek to take admissions in IIT.
So you are basically do the coaching or mentoring?
No, sir, I do a sort of career counseling.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Shrikant sir.
Yes, Kanishk, you belong to Haryana and you belong to a district like Faridabad. The why Faridabad came into existence? Any idea? How one day it came? What was the purpose of?
Sir, Baba Farid is credited towards the establishment of Faridabad, and he was a saint from medieval times, and the name of Faridabad comes from that.
Yeah. Now, one thing is that is your how Faridabad came into existence. What was how the Faridabad importance of Faridabad after independence?
Sir, post independence, Faridabad has been the most industrialized town. It produces half of India's automobiles, be it two-wheeler, four-wheeler, and majority of industrial hubs are located in Faridabad.
Okay, good. Then now in Haryana as a state, it is it has moved. Do you feel it has moved from primarily agricultural state to we can call a industrialized space?
Sir, if I see overall distribution of uh, sectors contributing to the economy of Faridabad as a district, then primary and secondary sector, tertiary and secondary sectors. However, as we traverse towards the south in Faridabad, eastern parts of Faridabad, still agriculture is the dominant means of livelihood.
No. What I'm asking is, don't take Faridabad as you take a state GDP of Haryana state. Any idea of state GDP?
Uh, Sir, in percentage terms, I think
Yeah,
it is
percent.
2%, 2% of India's GDP.
Okay, no. Okay, that's okay. See, because Haryana is one of the, though it is it looks a small state, but it is one of the forward states in when GDP state GDPs are concerned in India. State GDPs are concerned in India, and also the economic growth indicators in Haryana compared to other states in the northern belt. Because if you take state as a unit, not a, it may be population wise, it may be less. What I'm asking,
Yes,
another thing is, Haryana has very specific issues, social issues, some economic issues also.
yes, sir.
Are you aware of it?
Sir, the social issues in Haryana pertains to community conflicts, which happens and demands for reservation by some communities. Second social issue is of presence of khaaps in the Haryana, which have although reduced but still present. Another persistent issue with Haryana is a issue of Satluj Yamuna link canal.
Is there any solution in near future, or either that issue is in standstill with judicial process?
Sir, the Honorable Supreme Court has delivered its judgment in around 2002 that SYL has to happen. The progress on the side of other state is lacking. However, in near future, I think it will be completed as part of the Reorganization Act.
Okay. Just what is your view on now in Government of India establishing in new institutes like IITs, IIMs, every almost every 2-3 years, new IITs, new IIMs are coming. Every state has an IIM and IIT nowadays. The purpose. What was the purpose of this establishing these primary institutes?
Sir, the purpose of establishing these primary institutes, as established by, as envisioned by our former Honorable Prime Minister Sri Jawaharlal Nehru, was to increase the research development in India and cater as sort of institutes which help in developing the research culture in India.
Yeah. See, that was the purpose. But how do you feel nowadays with the placement going in a different directions? Almost the majority of the students of any branch, especially you leave the branches which are like they are in the computer science and some even other branches also, students are moving towards non-core engineering areas. Okay, then is it going to affect our R&D in core engineering?
Sir, the drive towards a non-core career in a non-core area is due to the fact that changes are taking place in the job sector. There is an increasing diversification of job sector. New areas are coming up. However, the aspect will not be diluted because there is an dedicated team towards research at IIT. Moreover, there is an, as per my experience, and the students have a great inclination towards pursuing research career in from other institutes after they complete their undergraduation.
Okay, you mean those who are the feeder students, they have different aspirations and ambitions. Those who come from other institutes at the master's level, they will enter the research.
No, sir. I mean that they are progressive in outlook and spread inclination towards doing research from primary institutes of the world, not only from
Okay,
India.
okay. Now, new education policy has been in the news nowadays.
Yes, sir.
What is the news and which state is opposing them?
Sir, recently in newspaper I've seen that state of Tamil Nadu is opposing the new education policy on lines of their apprehensions towards dilution of cultural norms.
Yeah, what is the stand? How do you feel the stand taken by the Tamil Nadu government? They say Tamil Nadu has only state is a two-language formula. They study two languages, okay, in a primary and second higher educations. Other states have some states have three-language formula in southern states. How do you feel? What is their stance taken? They say we study only two languages. Why impose third language?
Sir, I feel that education being in the concurrent list, the union also has a majority power towards developing the policies upon education. However, my personal belief is that there should not be any imposition of any language, because if the language is a foreign to the students, their development will be lagged. If the students are taught in mother tongue, the at the early stages, the development will be much more.
Okay. See, another thing is with Microsoft has come with a new chip recent in one few days, 1 or 2 days ago. They have also announced also. What is that chip?
Sir, the company has claimed that it's a quantum chip which can perform the calculations at a rapid pace when compared to the classical computers which are present in everyday life. Its size is small, and the what one classical computer can do in 100 years, it can do in seconds.
Because you have taken mathematics and basically studying come Delhi. How this is? What is the very basic? What is the basic thing? How it is different from that? How computation can be at that level? They say that 100 years is a too big number.
Sir, at the roots lies the principle of qubits. While in a classical computer, the computation take place on a level of bits. A bit can have only two values, either 0 or 1, but it can take only two values. However, a qubit can take infinite values from 0 to 1, and this allows for faster computations when compared to the classical computers.
There are two processes. They in this process, there are two words. Processes are
Yes.
what
Sir,
are
one
they?
is principle of superimposition, and second is quantum entanglement.
Entanglement. Okay. Either that means we are at a process how to means practically how to make these identify and make these processes what that which is delaying this quantum computing. Even some people say it may take 10-15 years to come to a practical use of quantum computing.
Sir,
What is hindering?
the major impediment which prevents the development of quantum computing is that it is prone to errors. The state of a qubit stays for a extremely short duration of time at the room temperatures. It requires super cool temperatures, and the preservation of that state is not happening. So we are looking to the technocrats are looking towards it in a sense that they need to preserve that state.
Faridabad is a smart city in Haryana.
Yes, sir.
Are you? Okay. What is the smart city project? Do you feel any change happened because you live in Faridabad after introduction of after the implementation of smart city? Whether is there any perceptible change happened?
Sir, smart city project is about retrofitting as well as reducing the waste. Sir, the visual change which I see the most is the road connecting my house to the city, which is part of built up as part of the smart city project, which has been redeveloped by means of retrofitting. It is
Oh,
yes, sir.
okay, okay. Another thing in nowadays we use the Google and with the maps. India also has a map, though it is in satellite-based system. We also ISRO has developed. What is that?
Sir, it is the IRNSS or NAVIC is the Indian GPS, Indian regional GPS,
Yeah.
and right now ISRO has upgraded it by sending two satellites. It provides the coordinates on two levels. One is precision scale for the for the military use, and another is a normal scale for the civilian uses. It has a span. It can span entire India from its length to breadth, and has a precision greater than the GPS.
Okay. Ukraine crisis.
Yes,
Okay. It has almost like 3 years now.
yes, sir.
Yeah. The stand taken by India in Ukraine. Do you feel it was a valid stand and which is being appreciated?
Sir, I feel that India takes stands on basis of principles, and the country which sides with the principle of peace, India is on side of peace, and I appreciate that because India has been an uh, has seen issues of violence by means of cross-border terrorism, and hence it tends to propagate peace, and also has an aim of Vishwaguru, and hence the stand is justified from my side.
Okay. With the recent announcements by the US president with respect to tariffs, even yesterday also there was an announcement. Okay. Reciprocity of tariff. Which sectors of India is going to affect with respect to our imports and exports from US?
Sir, one is the major impact will be happening on pharmaceuticals. India is the, I think, amongst the top supplier of generic medicines to the US, and second sector being the steel and aluminum sector, which will be impacted.
Okay, only two. Okay. The Tesla is coming to India.
Yes.
It might be in months or so or something. Is it whether our industry, automotive industry, they have to take it as a challenge, or is it going to eat profits of our existing automotive industry in India?
Sir, in my opinion, Indian automobile industry is dominated by low-end cars, which are cheap when compared to the cars made by Tesla. Um, I've read a report that cars made by Tesla, even after duty cuts, will range upwards of 20 lakhs, which is not a which does not have a mass market in India. So I see the Tesla coming to India as an opportunity where other Indian automobile makers will take and will see a competition from it and develop new products. However, I do not see it as an impediment to the Indian automobile market.
Okay, it's good. Only thing my comment will be, when we make a policy for, we will not make policy for exclusively for Tesla. We'll make a general policy. Then we have to see the other competitors, other industries from like BYD, any other thing. They are also entering this space.
Yes, sir.
That can also be kept in mind. Thank you.
Thank
Hello, Kanish. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Sir, I'm fine.
Good morning, Kanish. Good morning. Kanish, just want to know what are the biggest challenges did you face in your education career and how did you overcome those?
Sir, my the biggest challenge which I faced, I remember it was around in class 9th or 10th in subject of mathematics and science. It was about rote learning, which was slightly more given a preference in schools because the examination pattern is as such. However, I overcame this challenge by finding a great teacher who helped me to see education by means of concepts and not merely problem solving.
Okay. Kanish, just want to know that recently there is a president rule in Manipur.
Yes, sir.
What are the three important reasons due to which president rule has been imposed over there?
Sir, if you allow, can I take
Yes, please
15
take your
seconds
time.
to recollect the
Yes,
point?
please take your time.
Sir, the reasons are first and foremost that it has been ongoing from for over an year and has not been able to we have not been able to completely curb it. Second, Manipur being a border state and Myanmar is also seeing activities of coup, and hence we need to be extra cautious, and hence a present rule has been imposed. The third reason being that it is the genesis of the conflict lies in social issues, and we have seen that social fabric can be when
Well,
broken.
suppose if you are saying it is because of the social reasons or from the last 1 year ongoing issues, don't you think both are more or less same? And second thing, you are saying it is because of the external factors, because of the Myanmar, because of the external factor we are imposing president rule in the Manipur. Does our constitution allow this to impose president rule on the basis of the external sectors, or is it because of some other reasons?
Sir, the reasons mentioned in constitution to impose president's rule are one, when the state government is not able to run as per the constitution and as per the directions, and the second is when there is a failure of machinery. Sir, the
Constitutional machinery, yes.
yes, in the state.
So, what were the three reasons? First reason, you told me that from the last 1 year, some problems are going on. We are not able to resolve those. And second,
Sir, the second was Manipur being a special state by being in touch with Myanmar, and since Myanmar has seen a coup, and there are ethnic ties across the border, to
I think
anticipating this.
you need to study a lot about it, because the three important key reasons are: first is the ethnic violence over there, second is the CM has recently resigned there, and the third is that the assembly has not been put over there, assembly not held there, because there is a provision in constitution that within 6 months assembly should be held. Assembly was not held. So these are the key three reasons, not the what you are saying. Anyways, my second question you is, what is the revised limit of MSME in the recent budget?
Sir, I've seen that the numbers have been increased. I think I can make an attempt, sir, if you allow.
Sure,
Yes,
please.
sir, the numbers have been revised by 5 times or 10 times, sir, but the exact figure I am not.
Oh really? Oh really?
Either
Is
it's
it true? This
twice
is
or
really
five
the
times.
very wild and wrong guess. It is. It is not yet.
Sorry, sir,
Might
I
have
will
not
read about
studied the budget also. You need to study that also. Anyways, my next question to you is: recently there is a there is a CEC appointment law, Chief Election Commissioner appointment law is in the news. What is the basically challenge in that?
it. Pardon, sir, the challenge in the sense of, sir?
Challenge in the appointment? Why it is coming in the news regarding the chief CEC appointment laws? Why it is in the news?
Yeah, sir, there have been apprehensions that the selection committee is dominated by the ruling party, whereas in the Anup Baramwal judgment, the Honorable Supreme Court gave that the selection committee should comprise of one member from the judiciary as well. So since the two selection committees differ, there is an apprehension that there will be lack of independence. The law is in use.
But one thing I want to ask about you, your opinion about this. Uh, as they are saying that CGI should be there in the selecting committee,
Yes.
but CGI is of the judiciary nature. Do you think judicial officers should appoint the executive officers? Is it not against the against the principle of separation of power?
Sir, I do not see this as against principle of separation of power because of the fact that judicial officers are also being appointed by the executive. Supreme Court judges as well as High Court judges are being
Who
appointed by
appoints
the
Supreme
president.
Court? Who? Oh, okay, they are appointed by the president. But what is the role of collegium then?
Sir, the collegium only recommends to the uh, Home Ministry to the president via the Home Ministry. The Home Ministry can give the proposal back for
Okay. You are
reconsideration.
trying to say the collegium decides and president appoints. This is what you are trying to say.
Yes, sir.
But in the case of CEC, the CGI will going to decide also, and they will going to basically appointment will be done by the president only, because it
Sir,
is a constitutional post. So decision will be taken by the CGI. So do you think CGI judiciary should decide who the member should be?
Sir, there are two things. One is there will be a search committee. The search committee is dominated by executive alone, which will be
Yes.
recommending the name. Second, the selection committee, which comprises of the CGI, is not gives it approval by means of majority vote. So, approval by CGI or a dissent by CGI will not mean that there will be the decision solely lies with CGI.
Okay. There is there is one nocturnal bull ants in the news recently. There is a recent finding about those, about the polarized moonlight. Have you heard about it?
Uh, Sorry, sir, I will read about it.
Okay, no issues. Just one more thing. Suppose you are suppose you are at IS tomorrow, and political leader openly blaming you for the failure of policies, although there is no fault of yours. What will you do in that situation?
Sir, I will first of all judge it the my role in my role and my part, whether I have committed some failure or not. If I have committed a failure, I will improve it,
You
and
have
if
not
not,
committed it. He is blaming you.
sir, if not, then I will see. I will have a talk with the concerned authority.
Okay. My last question to you is, Ganesh, who is your role model in your life?
Sir, my role model. I cannot say there can be a one role model for mine, but one of them is my batchmate uh, uh, from olden days, from older days.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ganesh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kanishk, so your interview is in April, I believe, almost on the last day
Sir,
of the
16th
interview
April.
cycle. Is it
Yes.
so?
Yes, sir.
No, it's let me say that our view is the panel's view is that Kanish, you are a good candidate. Number one, there's no doubt about it because you are among the 2,500 who have been selected to and you are on the last hurdle now. Once you are through the personal test, you are in. So you are naturally you had a good knowledge of the subject and which has been tested. So now it is your personality test, right?
Yes.
So in your personality test, what we've noticed is that you have a good knowledge of the subject. But when it comes to the presentation, as you said, you need to practice that. Fortunately, you have time on your side. Your interview is going to be on 16th April, so you have almost 2 months with you. So what you need to do is, you have a very good smile, but you're not using. You are so tense about it. Yeah. So which you are tense, so we board also become tense with you. You understand? Because you're also reflecting on them. So if you are slightly relaxed, I mean, of course, the tension is natural. There's no doubt about it. But the key is how you control it. You can control it by practicing. If you practice, maybe I would suggest that you prepare a question bank of about 100 questions from your DAF and their answers, and practice that the answers and questions. Maybe ask some friend or somebody who can help you in front of answer them in front of mirror. Then you will see your expressions yourself and see where you need to improve. Secondly, as you said, the modulation is not there in your answers. It looks like you're mugged up and you are just vomiting it out. I'm sorry for using these words, but this is the impression which comes out. So it is because this is an interaction, as we say. We are talking, just like see your senior and is talking to you. So it is an interaction. It's not a question answer as such.
Yes.
So, and the assessment is of your personality and your attire. This is a first interview, but your attire should be proper. It's a mock interview, but that doesn't allow you to be very casual in your dressing. Hmm? So, because it's ultimately a formal thing. And unless you practice it, you will not be there. And we are not able to assess. Otherwise, we would have given you advice, or is there something wrong in your dress or not? Now we are not able to comment on that.
Yes.
You are reading some newspapers?
Yes, sir. I'm reading Hindu as well as Indian Express.
And
Indian Express.
Indian Express. You don't read any economic paper?
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't like economics?
No, it's not that.
Then how you'll get the information about what is happening, because the budget committees will be debating at the time.
Okay.
So there will be quite likely if there is some controversial thing, they may ask you questions about that. So add you can ditch one of the papers and add one economic paper in your reading. And are you reading daily basis, or you keep a stack and then you go through them?
No, sir. From last 2 months, I'm doing it on daily basis.
Daily basis you are, because it didn't come out in your answers that you are reading very regular basis. So I think I'll stop there. And now Shrikant sir, you have something to say? Please say that.
Sir,
And
is
after that,
good. Kanishk is you're a good candidate you have all capability to make it. Only thing is, sir has said something, some question where basically your application is a main mean the before the board to means create questions and ask you questions and all. Okay, and that is why you can make some question banks and make an answer, so that with if the time is there, you can make answer, then you can give better answers in the right moment at the time of interview. The probability there, they might, because they're all related to your what you are mentioned in your DAF.
Yes.
This will help. It will make interview more interesting. You have to make your interview also more interesting. Something when you write down your answers, you can move the board also. Some of the things when you are answering, you can create some questions out of your answers.
Yes.
That helps you to move your interview in a particular direction where you are strong. Okay. That you make a questions down.
Yes.
That definitely helps. Of course, with sir opening our address, this helps because of course that helps to make you a little more comfortable. That is
Yes.
because what happens suddenly when it is a very different. This interview is different to what placement interviews are given in technical institutes. There is a difference. Even in placement interview, also at the fag end, people wear suddenly a formal dress, and that happens. But there it is a little different. This is the purpose of this is different. There is placement is only in your institute is participating. Here is the students from the total country and different different background, and they are participating after a very tough written examination. The expectations of the board are also different. That is why they would like to see the officer like qualities, how your reactions are there. They're basically a personality test rather than a knowledge. Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kanishk, you are a good candidate, no doubt in it. And the very plus point is that you have a very soft spoken and you are a very uh, you possess the knowledge. But what I believe after interaction with you is that maybe today you are not prepared with your current affairs. At least maybe you must be busy somewhere, or you would have taken it lightly, or you would not have uh,
Sir, sir, it being the first mock,
okay.
sir, I was trying to assess the delivery part
Okay,
rather than the knowledge.
so just few things I would like to add. That suppose first thing is that you need to study current affair very thoroughly. It should not be like that just what is going on in the news you must be knowing it. That is not sufficient. You must be clear with exact 2 points, what exact 3 points, key points. You must be clear with the key points. And whenever you, what I was expecting from you is that, and what other will be expecting and what will be more impressive in nature is that whenever you give answer, it should be supported by certain facts also. Let's suppose when I was asking you about the president rule in Manipur, the the legislative assembly session has not taken place there. So I was expecting you would be have telling me about the section 144, sir says that session would held within 6 months. So that was the impression you should leave while giving answer. So you need to basically have support of facts also. Second thing is budget. I think budget you are missing, and of course, if you have not read budget, then economic survey part is also been missing from your end. Although I
Yes.
have not asked those questions because I got the idea that you have not touched that area.
Yes.
Third thing is what I observed is that you need to be a little bit energetic as well as expressive also. It is not just the smile which was missing, which as sir has correctly mentioned you the smile was missing. But I think energy level, your body language, your expression should be taken care of. I think next time you will take care of this thing also. And third
Sir,
thing is, yes,
energy,
please.
sorry, sir,
Energy
energy
was
level by means of voice,
by means
a
of
louder
your body
voice.
language, like your shoulder, your face expression. Whenever you were saying, it was just at the same pace, your eyes contact, and your eyes were blinking many times. I was observing that thing. Now it is not blinking, but whenever you were answering, the nervous was on your, you were getting nervous. your energy level was going down. So that I observed that time. So you will get the video of this interview also. When you will
Yes.
see it, you can also observe the same thing. And as far as the situation based question is concerned, and before that, I would one more thing I would like to tell. When suppose some question has been asked and you have by time, जैसे अभी आपने बोला कि सर I just want few seconds, और after few seconds suppose उस आपको फिर भी नहीं पता लगा सोचने के बाद भी, then you can simply tell sir I'm not able to recall the exact reasons, but if you allow me to guess then I can sir. Because time लेने के बाद whatever we expect is that you will now tell the exact answer. बट हो सकता है कि टाइम लेने के बाद भी आपको ना पता लगे, देन यू कैन सिंपली से कि सर ऑल्दो आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल द एग्जैक्ट सिचुएशन और एग्जैक्ट पॉइंट्स, बट इफ यू अलाउ मी देन आई कैन गेस. तो इट इज अप टू द person that whether they will allow you or not, because now you will not going to leave a bad impression. तो ये उनकी कॉल हो जाएगी सामने वालों की. बाकी मुझे लगता है कि आप अपने करंट अफेयर्स को अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करें. Make notes of your current affairs, each and every point, just like you must have studied in mains exam. आपको बिल्कुल उसी तरीके से अपने इंटरव्यू के लिए पढ़ना है. दिस इज वेरी गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी. बहुत अच्छा टाइम है आपके पास. अच्छे से इसे पढ़ें. And in case you need any help, you can definitely contact us. And do practice a lot. And I wish you all the very best of luck.
Sir,
कुछ और
there,
पूछना चाहते हो आप तो
yes,
पूछ सकते हो. Yes.
sir, there are at times that there is a conflicting view with the panel member. For example, sir, please don't take it otherwise.
Please,
Sir,
please.
on case of Manipur president rule, like reason behind that why assembly did not take place in 6 months, why the CM resigned. It wasn't that they did not know that 6 months have passed, and that was not an deliberate resignation. So there are reasons behind that too. So
But I had not asked the reason behind the resignation or the reason behind assembly not took place. I simply asked the reason behind the imposition of president rule.
so sir, how to maneuver that? Sir, should I mention it in the interview, or should I say I will read about
You
it?
should not go. You, as far as the reasons for the president rule in Manipur is concerned, let's suppose you only need to tell sir there are main three reasons: ethnic violence, and second is CM resignation, and third one is no assembly has taken place. That's it.
No,
बस.
no, no,
इससे
sir.
आगे डिटेल में नहीं जाना.
I've answered a wrong reason,
Yes.
which I did. Then you corrected me. Then I have suppose a differing view which what the panel members stated. It is in my mind. Should I present it, or should I say in an humbly that I will? Yes.
Before presenting it, you can say, sir, although I have a different view, if you allow me, then I can present my view. Simple.
Don't confront.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't confront the board. Okay.
Like sir, when you asked about that energy mix, you asked that are you sure about it?
Yeah.
So in
Well, if you are sure, you will say yes. You said yes. Which
no,
may
sir,
be right or wrong.
no, in a one-to-one session which I had previously, it happened that I mentioned that it is the 50% installed capacity is renewable. However, the member was mentioning that it is around 25% we are receiving from renewable. After it got over, I checked upon internet. It was that installed capacity is 50%, but electricity generation is 25%.
So you can say that. You can say that. As per my information, this is. But I'll check it again. Finished. You don't have to confront on that. No. That's the point I'm making.
Okay, come out of
that. Yeah.
And sorry to interrupt you, sir, but if I just want to add one more thing in the same line. जैसे as you have asked that सर वो 50% वाली बात या जो मैंने अपनी बात बताई, in the same thing when I asked you about the CGI appointment, the role of CGI in the appointment, even this thing was in the recent news. There was an editorial also in which the vice president was of this view that CGI, the judicial member should not be there in the appointment of the executive officers. So this is a view, you cannot say this is not the view at all. ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि नहीं नहीं सर वो है ही नहीं, you are basically getting rigid at that part. आप ये बोल सकते हैं सर वो चीज जो है ना इट शोज योर रिजिडिटी लेवल, तो वो नहीं होना चाहिए. तो अगर वो सामने वाला कोई बात कह रहा है, हो सकता है यू हैव नॉट स्टडीड दैट बट दैट पॉइंट आल्सो एग्जिस्टेड. तो यू नीड टू बी वेरी फ्लेक्सिबल व्हाइल गिविंग आंसर्स, कि अगर आपको कोई चीज नहीं भी पता देन आल्सो एक्सेप्ट दैट एंड से कि हाँ शायद ऐसा हो सकता है. तो इस तरीके से मुझे लगता है कि यू कैन प्रैक्टिस.
Yes.
Okay, Kanish, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Thank you,
nice
sir.
day.